Hello Pisces. I wanted to come in before I started this reading and just let you know a little bit because I found that this reading was very intense. I just finished it, so I'm kind of doing this in reverse. I'm putting this at the beginning. I just want to put in here to anybody who's new or anybody who knows me. I'm the kind of reader that my experience has made me who I am, has made me the Hierophant, the 5 in my life, to teach from experience, from wisdom. And after I was done this reading, I thought, did I cross a line? And all I hear, really resoundingly, is no. I don't think so. These kind of readings, when I do them, especially the one you're about to listen to, I always review and think to myself, am I really helping by doing these this way? Should I just be of a more general nature and not put so much of my energetic experience and wisdom into it? And asking, after hearing that resounding no, also pulled this card, the Knight of Pentacles, which means somebody who's in the details, who's slow and steady in progress, who believes that life can just move forward if you put enough work into it. And then I went to the little booklet that comes with, and it said, your past assists to define who you are now. It signifies to recognize your feelings and embrace them because they're part of you. To try to hide from the experiences of the past and pretend that it doesn't happen will only encourage the same thing that's happened before to happen again. By bringing it to a collective whole, the awareness to old patterns reoccurring can then be brought to a more decisive end. And I think that kind of says it all for this week. And for how much passion I'm about to put into this reading that you're about to listen to. We live in very interesting times, and that's, I guess, the best word that I can bring forward with all of this. And sometimes it's very hard to find our way through the muck and through everything. I put a lot of myself in these to try to help you because I'm a little older Pisces. I've been through a lot. And I'm here to help. Sometimes the black and white of things and the cut and dry of things aren't always the only answers that are out there. Without the darkness, there is no light. And with that, I leave you to watch the reading. Thanks for listening. Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your extended for this week. Okay. So I'm going to take from the Mystical Moments Tarot. That'll be one deck. And I'm also going to take from the Guardian Tarot. Now, I don't use that one very often, but I am going to be using it today for your extended. Okay? So let's look back a little bit at what we were talking about on Sunday. What were we talking about? Exploring your nose. Exploring everything, actually. Okay? Looking at everything and just going, okay, what are we looking at here? What are we trying to figure out? What are we, trying to look at here? So, just, I don't know, to see beyond the no, beyond the negative, beyond the blocked door, beyond the, I don't know, the molehill, to get guidance to figure things out. So I'm starting right away, and I came up with the 7 of Wands. Yeah, the 7 of Wands is about just being stuck, right? It's about defending stuff, but it's also like getting it's like persevering. It's like challenges. It's defiance. It's standing your ground in times of opposition. But it feels like big forces are against you. That's what happens with the Seven of Wands. It's like big forces are standing in your way. They're getting on your nerves, and you don't know how to get past it, okay? So we're just going to look at that. I love that there's a butterfly here. I feel that you have like the phoenix on the back. With these cards, there's a lot of intuitive hits looking at that. I feel like there's people in the shadows over here. And you're part of that group, okay, of people standing around. But you have a beautiful... It's like you have the phoenix on your back waiting for you to like just take off and bring in that transformation. That's what I feel like. I feel like you're at the cusp of it, okay, Pisces? I feel like you know that you can change. You know that you can do something with this. You have the star. It's coming out again. It came out, right? Last time the star came out? Of course it did. You're that phoenix, that light. It wants to shine, okay? It wants to renew, wants to be boundless. It wants to get past all of this fog in the background, all of this fading away to nothing. You want to just like bust out and be something more. And I can feel it. I feel the frustration, okay? Can you hear it in my voice? I feel the frustration in you of wanting to do this, okay? You want to dawn into a new day. You want the sun to shine. You want the fire to glow warmly. When I asked at the beginning of the week what Spirit wanted to put out there, they gave me the Queen of Wands first and foremost. The Queen of Wands is fire. She's vibrancy. She's inspirational. She's creative confidence. She's inspiring energy. And that's what I feel that's bursting out of you. This almost like held back, beautiful type energy. This energy of just holding back the fire. Holding back the fire. Okay? I think you're ready. I think you're ready to just let it loose. Okay? So, for those of you who are new, the reading, the first reading for this was on Sunday. So this is kind of the extended that goes with. This is to keep track of you during this week. Okay? So if you want to watch the other one, go ahead and do that first, and then come back to this one. Now I'm going to remind you that tomorrow I will be doing the month of December. That's the extra video that I do during the month to show the month, the upcoming month, okay, and the energies that are going to come in. On Thursday I have Oracle, and if you are a member, on Saturdays I have an extra video where we're going to be looking at the Dark Moon. Eight of Pentacles, this is a card of work, okay, working, getting it done, but it's getting it done in a how do I say this? It's not an inspiring way, but it's like attention to detail, okay, and not focus, not that polarized focus I was talking about on Sunday. It's that polarized focus of, it's that focus of, I don't know, wanting to get that quality stuff, okay, not just to be polar about something or focus really intently on something. It's to have a focus for quality, right? When you shut a door with a no, it is an action. And it's a very polar, like decisive action. But is it quality work? Did you work at it? Maybe. But can you go deeper with that no? Can you explain that no? Do you know where it comes from within you? Do you know how it affects you? Did that no come from what you've learned, what people around you are saying? You understand? That's the work here. That's the work they're talking about. And that's what I want you to look at intently now. Five of Pentacles. Right. You don't want to shut that door and make it into a cage. That's the whole thing about this. Okay, when the Five of Pentacles keeps coming out, I keep thinking that it's like it's making you anxious, insecure, isolated, worried, also unstable, unease, scarcity thinking. This is why we are staring at the nose. Because sometimes when you say a no, it comes from a negative place, right? No, no, no. You feel the energy of that. No, right? And when it comes in, just the hand action that you're seeing is pushing things back, pushing things away. We want to do this. We want to open and say, no, but why no? Okay, I want to understand the whys of that no. I know I'm talking a lot about that, but I feel that that's the lesson this week. This is what they want you to explore. Okay? We get so upset when something happens, or we feel like a door has closed in our face, that we don't look at the opportunities of that closed door, what it's offering us, how it's asking us to push through that boundary, to get past that cage and that ungrowth, right? That moment where growth just kind of goes away. Even winter is not forever. Once winter is over, growth reoccurs. So to stagnate in something that closes something permanently is just something that I don't know, you should pay close attention to when you have a very definite closing of a door. Okay? So, let's see here. King of Cups. Our biggest thing, the biggest thing that we can, the biggest gift, I should say, that we could give ourselves is to remain calm in the chaos of it all. Right? A lot of the times things happen in the world, shakes the world up. Shakes the world up, right? And then we all retreat to our separate corners, which is something that happens quite a lot, right? Polarities. We have a lot of polarities. Them and us all the time, right? The best thing that you can do is stay calm in the middle of chaos, crisis, of feeling like the door's been shut or you've shut that door. The best thing you can do is just stay calm in that moment of tumultuous kind of energy. And then, if the High Priestess is, I love this one. It's like, come with me behind the curtain. I love this one. I love this one. It's like, come with me behind the curtain. Let's explore what's behind here. The inner wisdom, the sanctum of protection. Being receptive to other things. To then be quiet and listen carefully to what's coming in. You ever been, they're showing me, ever been in a room where you can hear a lot of noises? But that room is quiet. But the outside is very, very loud. Have you ever found yourself sitting there and trying to listen to the individual sounds? Hear the conversations. Feel the energy swirling around you. This is what I feel that they're saying. It's a great time to observe. It's a great time to receive. Even if it's questioning your nose, you know, not your nose, but your negative, closed off, I don't know, boundary driven, whatever you want to call it. You know, like, no. or other people's nose, you know? In the last couple of years, I've got a couple of weeks, especially, I've heard, I can't believe how. I don't know how. And I sit and I pay attention. Some of these things I share, some of these feelings, but probably not quite as passionately. But why do they feel so passionately? Some people feel like they've been robbed. Some people feel like they've lost hope. But why? It's a good question to ask. I have personally felt this way many times in my life. But you know what, Pisces? I've carried on. I've lived to 54, almost 54 years. And I'm still here. And I can tell you that if I wanted something to not directly affect me, it sometimes indirectly. There's stuff that happens that affects you. I can maneuver with different solutions and opportunities and find my way. Find my own way. Make my own decisions. Live my own life. A lot of the times I think to myself, if you have situations where you feel you're being controlled by somebody and they actually do have control on you, find your way of getting out of that grasp of control. Whatever that may be. You have free will and you can move. You can do things. You can do a million things. Okay? You can raise the volume on your own life without having others raise the volume in your life without you wanting them to. Do you understand? I'm just trying to bring that about for you. Ace of Wands. I always like this Ace of Wands, and I'll tell you why. As weird as it is, as weird as it looks, because it looks like literally these birds are picking things out of this poor, tree creature. I always think that it's from the discarded branches. It's from the broken things that some of the best things take shape or exists on this planet. It's from this that we bounce back. It's from this that the best inventions come. Something broke into pieces. Something, is apart, is not great. And then you pick up the pieces. And these birds are obviously picking up these branches to make a nest. Right? So from the little bits and pieces and discards and whatever, something else grows. Nine of Cups follows it. Nine of Cups is about focusing on your blessings, your wishings, and your blessings arriving in your life. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay? You have to create the life that you want. You create the peace, the love, the quiet. You create a lot of the times also the mindset. When you can turn those no's, which can remain no's, as I previously said in the other reading, into opportunities for yeses in a different place. In other words, like I was talking about mashed potatoes, don't want to do it with your hands anymore. So you build something that mashes them for you. That's how you move forward constantly in this life. You reinvent the stuff that's not working. I find that too many people, they rely on bigger places and bigger stuff to make things better. In other words, it'd be like, well, I don't like mashing these potatoes and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to let somebody else invent something and then eventually tell me, you know, how to use it. And they'll change the laws and everybody will have to mash their potatoes with this thing. But I'm just going to sit here and complain about it until it's done. No. I want you to take care of yourself. I never made it a secret that I wanted this channel to empower you. And part of that is you taking the lead, taking the reins, making lemonade out of lemons, right? Orange juice out of oranges. You can create the life you want. It will require work on your part. You can't just sit and wait for it to arrive. Sometimes you're lucky enough that something kind of shows up and you go, well, that was fun. But most of the time, if you want something, you have to work for it. You want change in your life. You can bring it. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. Not really. There's a lot of free countries. Okay? There's a lot of free countries. I live in one. And I create my own luck. It took a lot of work, hard work, but we created it ourselves. And I'm glad that we did. Because at the price that the houses went when all of this madness started a couple years back, I would have never had to own a home. But we decided a while back that we were going to take that and make it happen. And you know what? Some of you are going, well, you're lucky, Jane. You can still do it. You can live with other people. You can rent out rooms. You can pay off a home. Yes, it will cost a little more. But you can do it. There are ways. There. Build a nest out of the remnants. Right? If you're determined enough, you can turn no's into yeses. Okay? It may not be in the way that you think. No, I'll never own one of those fancy potato mashing things. Build yourself one. Look at this Ten of Swords. Look at these broken pieces into growth. Ace of Pentacles. Quite literally. Okay? Out of the broken pieces, birth something new. Out of the broken pieces, birth something new. If something has disturbed you recently, this is the only time I will mention it, but we have even elections here. If that disturbed you, what can you do about it? You say, well, nothing. Yes, there is. You can build yourself a life where it doesn't matter who is reigning, wherever, whatever they're doing. You can be the master of your own home, of your own environment. You can ensure that you are secure. And then you can teach others how to do it. And you can teach others and make money teaching others how to do it. And pretty soon you have a culture that's not reliant upon anybody else to make those decisions for you. Everybody can take care of themselves and put their needs first. You and I can all build communities that help each other. Right? Another simple thing that came up when we were all going through this. Little boxes with library books in them. I'm a fan of little, the little Harlequins and Julia London and Debbie McComber. And I went to my old hometown and they had one of these boxes and it was written, Mobile Library. You take some, you leave some. If you have some that you're done reading with and you want to share it, you put it in the box. That's what I'm talking about. You share with each other. You build systems that help each other. How did that come about? Because people had stuff and other people had stuff and they wanted to share their stuff. So they built somewhere where they could share stuff. You make the changes. You decide. You can do it. I could build a box and put it in my yard. I just might. I have a lot of books. Somebody who wants to read. That kid who doesn't have money to go to, to go somewhere and buy books. Wants to read a book. Sure. Why not? Let's help each other. The people we know around us. Our neighbor. Let's stop worrying about great big government places and dictators. Let's take care of each other. Let's take our broken pieces and reinvent it. Make it into something that can help each other. The sun. Give clarity, light, optimism, radiance, personal growth. Personal growth. Okay? We'll start with you. Start with you and spread it out. If it's a good idea, spread it out so others can share in your good idea. So everybody can use your potato masher that you invented. Right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the potato masher, it's in the first reading. So, sorry. There's so much potential. But sometimes I think that we just dial in too hard to what's existing right now. We call it democracy, but it doesn't always feel that way. It feels like a dictatorship. It feels like there's a certain group of people telling a whole bunch of people what to do. And no, by no means do I want to lead a revolution with anybody. But I have, in my life, worked hard at putting myself in a place that it didn't matter what these so-called people said. It does matter because, of course, I'm affected by pricing just like everybody else. But let's put in systems and things that can help each other out. Let's talk to your neighbor. Let's do letters, petition, use social platforms to talk about how this is not helping regular people. Make it a common thing, a common theme that leads the change so that people can get a break. I think a community will do better for its people than sometimes a country. I think that small pockets can do a lot of good, and especially if they share with each other. Teach each other to be kind to your neighbors, to your provinces, in my case, to be kind to the next province, to help each other. Okay? We don't need any great big boomba, whatever you want to call it, on the throne anywhere of any kind to do anything. We can help each other. There are better ways. And in the meantime, while the world figures this out, which I'm hoping they do at one point, help yourself. Help your neighbor. Help your community. Build things. Get it out there. Be of service. Take the broken and turn it into something that will grow, something that will radiate, something that will shine, something that will bring light to this world, to your world first, and shine on everybody that you love and care for. Okay? I know, I'm oversimplifying. I know there's bigger problems than when I'm speaking. I know some people may think I'm ignorant or even innocent to some things. And I probably am. I will be the first to admit it. But I can tell you one thing for sure. I have learned in my life that I have met many no's. I have imposed my no's to people. No, I'm not doing that. And I have received a lot of no's about things that I could and could not do. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt through experience that I have changed my own mind to certain no's and built something brand new from them. Sometimes the initial no of that thing still stands. There's some hard lines in the sand. You know, any kind of abuse. It's a no. But from those, you can find solutions. I have realized that if there's an abuse, it's usually because there's been a lack there beforehand. If somebody is stealing, but it's because they are poor, there is a reason behind the act, right? So, not everything is just cut and dry. You need to look further in. And this week, they really want you to look at your broken pieces. Why are they broken? Why aren't they working? And is there any of these pieces that you can plant and grow into something strong and meaningful and fruitful for you, for everybody? Bring in a little sun at the end of November. Bring in a little sunshine. All right. I feel like I've been preaching all week. I do apologize. I really don't mean to, but I just think it's time we change this world. We want opportunities. Let's build them. Let's make them. We have the tools. You have the magician. This is the magician. I know, he's with a Ouija board. I don't really love Ouija boards. They're not like my... They're not my thing, let's just say. Or is it even? I don't know. It's got all the alphabet and then the numbers. Sure feels like one. Doesn't look like one, though. The Magician and the Two of Cups. So what is this bringing in? It's bringing in the tools, the power, the intention, the will, the resourcefulness, the action on your wishes. It's also bringing in harmony. Okay? When things are broken, like this, you plant them. And you bring in harmony. Okay? Oh no, it's not a Ouija. Oh, is it? No, it's not. It's a scrying. She's holding she's scrying. Okay, scrying. That's okay. See? I turned my no into a, hey, it's possibly something else. There you go. So it's a scrying board. Okay. Like magic, I do think you know what to do. I think that many of you who've been listening to today probably already know what I'm talking about. You understand. There needs to be some introspection. You need to really sit and think about it, because sometimes those no's are so grounded and they're so stuck in the ground of who you are. They're so anchored. That's the word. You're so anchored by these no's that even when you go, is there a reason for my no? The next thing that'll come out of your mouth is no. It's just wrong. Everything about it is wrong. Don't want to mash potatoes with your hands? No, I just don't want to. Was there anything else you can do? No. No, there's the potatoes, there's my hand, there's the pot. What else you want me to do? So anchored to that idea. Can we take care of ourselves as a society? Can we take care of ourselves individually through a community? Well, the world will have you think no. But can we? Oh, absolutely. Yes, I think we can. Can we measure people by wisdom instead of stature or money? I think so. Do you see how you have observed the no? The why? This is the way things are. Nothing can change. Everything changes. Some things may stick around longer than others, but everything changes. And the first place you can change it is in your heart and in your life and in your energy field. It is the very first place that you can do it. You start with the mind. You start questioning everything. And then you can change it. You can make it better. You can see both sides and then see how they're the same and not the same. See how that works? Anyway, I'm going to let you go with this. I'm so sorry, Pisces, if it's been preachy, but I need you to go above and beyond what you can see. The resentments that you feel, the closed doors that you feel have been slammed in your face. I need you to get beyond that. I need you to push. And when you do, you're going to find your way. And that way is going to liberate you. And that's what I want for you. I want liberation. I really want liberation for you. All right, so I'm going to come back with the oracle about these readings this week. But tomorrow, before we do that on Wednesday, I'm going to be looking at the month of December, our beautiful month of the holiday season, where, for me, it's Twinkly Light Month, and that's the way that's the way I always see it. Can't wait to put down my twinkly lights. Take care of yourself, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces. Hang in there. Keep working on yourself. Keep empowering yourself. You know, one day I'm pretty sure we're going to rule the world. With kindness, of course. But we will. Take care of yourself, and I will see you later. Bye for now.